Hello, everyone. Welcome to the post-match review. Manchester United 2, FCSB 0. Weird, to be honest. Bit of a mad feeling, Sam, because I know they had the odd chance that was a bit like, oh, steady on, careful. Right. But apart from that, that was a lot comfortable than when we've usually had it away in Europe, isn't it?
Especially in the second half. First half was a bit
sticky,
lackluster, a bit anemic. It was looking like it was going to sort of Fulham levels of performance, wasn't it? In that, and you just like, oh god, here we go, another slog to get through 90 minutes. But those changes that Amrin made at halftime, Ahmad and Garnacho, definitely helped us sort of push through and get the goals. And like you said, after that was comfortable. Yeah, there was the one chance they hit. Was he hit the bar? Did he hit the bar? Yeah. But apart from that, Bayindir didn't really have much to do, did he, in terms of like receiving stuff?
Yeah, it felt like the game to me watching it felt like it started very slow, but United was going up gears. So like 20 minutes in went up one, 20 minutes in went up one. Then the second half really went into like third and then fourth.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being comfortable because the attack clicked into gear. And I thought one of the biggest reasons for that, Sam, was Mainoo in the 10. Yes. 1 goal, 1 assist. And with his goal and assist against FCSB, Mainoo becomes the youngest midfielder, 19 years old, 286 days in United's history, to register a goal and an assist in a single game for the club. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Nah, like this kid, like he has had a bit of he's been a bit of a slow start this season, hasn't he? Like he hasn't hit the heights that he did last season. Like last season, he came into the team, took it by storm, ended up being a regular first teamer and like first name on the team sheet, got into England, took that position and ended up at a Euros final all within like less than a year. So big things were expected of him. And then this year's kind of not quite been at the races, but this was like a much improved performance. And all the people, you remember, even the people in the chat who were telling you can't play in the 10, I think that puts those rumors to bed, doesn't it? Steady like he's done well in the 10, assist, goal. Can't ask for much more from like a midfielder. I think Garnacho equally deserves a shout out as well. I thought Garnacho was really good when he came on. And to the people like, oh, he don't fit in the system, he looks like he's coachable because he's doing the things that we've asked him to do.
Adapting slightly,
cutbacks, crosses, doing that sort of stuff, coming inside and more rather than hugging the touchline. I'm seeing more of that. So yeah, those two were really positive performances.
Yeah, and 2 players through the youth ranks, which is always nice to see as well in Europe. At such a young age, that's exactly what you want to see. I mean, I thought straight from the off, watching Mainoo, multiple runs left side the channel, linking up, combinational play, and every time we spoke about Mainoo, we always said under Ten Hag, he operated best when he was on the edge of the 18-yard box in that kind of left-sided areas where he scored the goal against Liverpool. It's where he scored the goal against Wolves. It just seems to suit him. And I don't... The question I would have from that, Sam, and do expand on it, obviously, is why it's only taken him now to try him in that role.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's the City game, is the final as well. You know where Bruno dummied it and it went over the top and he came in from there as well, didn't he?
Box.
So, yeah, it's been weird because a lot of fans have like sort of pointed it out, haven't they, and gone, I think he could do some damage here. I think he'd be like really effective and stuff like that. And yeah, it's weird. And maybe Amrin's seen something in training. Maybe he's improved on something and go, all right, let's give this a go. He's got another option there now because the 10s and stuff like that, it was like Ahmad and Bruno pretty much, wasn't it? They were your only options because Garnacho was more of a winger, although he did improve tonight. Mason Mount can't be relied upon. Like, he's just not fit. So seeing this now, it gives us a few more options, a bit more flexibility, which we desperately need at the minute. I know the opposition is not exactly quality opposition, so let's take that into account. Like, let's make sure we sort of acknowledge that. But yeah, second half, I positive professional performance, I would say.
Yeah. I agree with your assessment of the team, but however, they are 8th still in the Europa League. There's something to say for that. They've held their own against certain teams. And going away where we've done it before, drawing to FC20 in Porto when Mourinho's team, which we mentioned before the game, to go there, clean sheet, 2 goals through academy prospect. I mean, it's
back to back. back-to-back clean sheets as well.
I know, it's weird. It's an abnormal feeling, to be honest with you. One player who's been in the limelight quite a lot is Rasmus Hojlund, Sam. I didn't think necessarily, this is just my opinion, I don't know if people agree with this or not. I didn't think it was his fault today. I thought he was making a lot of runs. He was a lot more dynamic in his approach.
He got ignored. Quite a lot, didn't he? Yeah.
A lot, I felt like. And he looked a little bit of a frustrated figure. And that side of it, that's where I understand, okay, I don't think that's necessarily on him. I mean, I can remember one chance where Lisandro played him through, I think it was. Yeah, and he got in. Apart from that, I mean, that's a shift, that, innit? In that number 9 position.
Yeah, like, I can't remember who said it. It might have been Rooney or someone. A striker said it or something. It said, you just have to keep making those runs. Even sometimes when you make that run and the ball doesn't happen and it doesn't happen again, it doesn't happen. You just got to keep making them, because at some point that ball will come.
Yeah.
And you'll be there, be on the end of it. And I think in past maybe not in this game, but in past games, Hojlund hasn't made that run.
Yeah.
Because he thinks, oh, it's not coming. So he hasn't made it. And then a ball's been fizzed across the 6-yard box at it, and he's not been there. And you're like, if he's just there and puts on the end of it, because Xerxes isn't that kind of guy, is he? He's not going to barge into the 6-yard box and get on the end of something. Like, it's just not who he is. So you need Hojlund to do that. So yeah, I think he did well. He worked hard, and just wasn't getting the service tonight, unfortunately. But I'm hoping, like, obviously we did the interview today, which will be dropping tomorrow. We spoke on this sort of situation with a wing back coming in. That should open up avenues to get balls to Hojlund so he can get on the end of things a bit more. So hopefully in time with Dorgu or whoever else comes in, hopefully that helps him out.
I think we need some reinforcements in that attacking area. It's clear as day to me. Yeah. With the second half only changed because we brought Mainoo and Garnacho, and that's when we looked a lot more threatening. We had pace. Ahmad straight away just running at defenders, which I felt like all game. Yeah, all game he was kind of like, we can kind of manage this. And then as soon as those two players came on, it changed it up rapid. And you need more players with that kind of intent. And if I think, and I'm sure, I think you agree as well, they're only going to do business if Rashford or Garnacho goes, right? I don't think they're going to add players in now. Even though Anthony's gone, I don't think they're going to add players in now, which is kind of worrying, because if one of those, I touch wood, it doesn't happen, but if one of those picks up an injury, there's no threat in that forward line at all, is there?
Yeah, and Amrin sort of touched on it. He said he don't want to bring in players like the past mistakes where we're just bringing in people for the sake of it. And I get that. I do. Like, it has to be the right player. But at the same time, like I said, we are light in attack, very light in attack. And if we have a few injuries, it doesn't look good. I've just seen United's possible opponents in the last 16. Yeah. You're not gonna like this.
I've seen them, but go on.
Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
Please, not them. Please. Galatasaray, which, again, we saw what happened last time.
Yeah.
AZ Alkmaar and FC Midtjylland. If I'm me, I want those last two. One of those last two, please.
Was it Midtjylland who Rashford scored against?
Yes. Hat trick, wasn't it? Yeah.
What a story that'd be. Imagine bringing him back for that game. But yeah, the first two, Galatasaray, we notoriously struggled with Ten Hag both times, and then Real Sociedad. I mean, they've got players like Osman at the minute as well, Galatasaray, which would be worrying. So yeah, I would much prefer the other two. AZ Alkmaar, what are they? A Dutch team, AZ Alkmaar?
Dutch, yeah.
And then obviously Midtjylland's Dutch as well, isn't it? So 2 Dutch teams, 1 Turkish team, and a Spanish team.
Midtjylland not Danish?
You might be right. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna Google.
My geography isn't the best. Whilst you're Googling that, I'm going to read out some substitutions, just because Tim put substitutions. I'm going to read out some comments. A random guy, Garnacho, what a player. Do you know what, though? When he went off, when he got, it looked like he was injured. I thought, they fucked it now. They're not going to sell him now. Now he's gone off. Fucking hell.
Midtjylland is Danish.
Okay. Yeah, so we've got 1 Danish team, 1 Turkish team, and then the rest. I can't remember the rest. Spanish and Dutch, yeah?
Yeah.
Craig the Unicorn, Mainoo further up the pitch, Bruno deeper in the pitch, Ahmad on the wing back. Elite Ballers in the chat, big up Elite Baller, saying United. Hi, Nam. I think they brought Nam back, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mainoo could have buried that chance in first half too. Great game from the Young Guns. I'm done with Bruno, 1 free kicks. Leacher, keep practicing, bro. We've won 5 of our last 6 games. Big up Real Reds talk. Yeah, I have to admit, I share similar frustration with Punch in regards to the free kicks. It always hits the fucking wall, doesn't it? Every time.
It's his corners as well. Just hit the first man. He just ducks it in. It's the first man at near post, and then that's it. It's just like, what is the fucking point? Yeah. Why are we bothering? Like, just it's so frustrating.
I would have tried Ahmad on that.
Yeah,
because both from leaning over. I was like, give it him. I can't remember the last free kick Bruno scored. To be honest, was it against Liverpool in the cup? It's the only one I remember.
It's like Ronaldo though, isn't it? He used to take all the free kicks and he scored one in about 30. Like he'd go in. He's like, oh god.
Ericsson had some quality moments. We played some great stuff in the second half. We're going to win our next 2 games as well. Steady on. We'll get into that. But if you are just joining, Sam just announced our possible opponents then in the last 16. Sociedad, Galatasaray, AZ Alkmaar, and Midtjylland are the ones we are looking at as potential. I don't know when. Do we find that out tonight, or is that tomorrow when we find it out?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure on commentary they said it would be tomorrow, but they're the possible opponents. But in general, I suppose that the reflecting thought, Sam, is they looked like they're showing signs of recovery, United, didn't they? We've had so many tricky away performances, and I hate constantly being negative about this team, but they have. They're not trustworthy at all. But having a performance like that just gives you a massive boost in confidence. They're starting to maybe get it, especially in the attacking areas of the pitch.
And we have been better away from home as well, to be fair.
True,
it's been at home where we've just been terrible. Like absolutely, we've been battered like at home every single time, which not been great. So I think a win is always helpful to gain confidence. Another clean sheet, which is good because we've had a few issues with the goalkeepers in recent weeks, Onana and Bayende, so that's nice to have. And we've scored goals. We scored more than 1 goal, which has been another issue for us. So, there's a lot of sort of positives there. Second half especially, it was a decent professional performance, and we could take heart from that. If we could play like that against Palace in both halves, we'll give ourselves a good chance of winning the game. But if we show up like we did in the first half, or we did most of Fulham game, it's going to be a tough game for us. Like Palace are going to put it to us, and they've hit a bit of form and they've been doing well recently. So I'm hoping it gains confidence. But I don't know if it was Sporting Sam that said it or somebody who just commented it on a video. Basically said when Amrin came into Sporting, this is what they were like. They were dysfunctional. They were all over the place, and for the first sort of few games, it was not going well, and then at some point they got it, and Amrin just started turning it around, and it started to click. He got players in, he got players out, and it started to happen. So maybe this is like you said, the first green shoots of like recovery that are happening. Hopefully we've spoke too soon on this bit before, and with that, so I'm not gonna go the whole turning the corner thing because let's calm down. But I'm happy with the result. I'm happy with that second half.
I think we can comfortably say that in Europe, at least, there's progression, and you can see it getting better. The Premier League, the jury's still out for me.
Yes,
and obviously the competition in the Europa League is not as competitive as the Prem. But I mean, when Erik ten Hag left, we was in 21st in the Europa League. We was quite far off it.
We hadn't won a game either.
I don't think so. No, just draws, just pure draws. Now we've ended 3rd. Just 1 point off first place, Lazio. So, look, it's looking all right. We said
unbeaten.
Well, put all the chicken, all the eggs, all in the Europa League basket. I'm not saying we can definitely go win it now, but I'm just saying we're giving ourselves a good chance, a good count. And when clean sheets is the one I look at in Europe. When you pick up clean sheets, that I take more confidence from that, and then you can wait for the attack to start clicking.
Yeah, like what's the old adage? Defenses win you trophies and titles, and goals win you games.
Yeah.
So if we can keep them out, that'll get us through the thing, and then we just need goals to sort of settle the game at the end. That's the kind of the route forward. Our defense didn't really have much to do, as far as I remember. I don't remember them sort of.
It was the odd laps. I did feel like it was the odd kind of. They've just got it very easy to play against. But it was the quality of their players. It's just not at it. Like you said, Crystal Palace. it's going to be Eze or Mateta.
Yeah.
In those kind of positions.
What's the young kid? Yeah. So they're no offense to FSCB or FCSB.
FCSB. It's been a long day, Sam.
Yeah. But Palace on a different level, like compared to them. And if you make those sort of mistakes against Palace, that we're probably going to concede, if not definitely.
Yeah. Just some stats coming in. More stats on Kobbie Mainoo. 90 minutes, 63 touches, 3 shots, 1 goal, 38 out of 42 passes completed, 3 chances created, 1 assist, 3 out of 4 dribbles completed, 2 out of 2 tackles won, 6 duels won. That is, we've been waiting a while for a Kobbie performance, haven't we? A lot of people have kind of been like, oh, I don't know if he fits the system. I'm not sure. Maybe we need to, not need to sell him as well. But there's been a lot of question marks around him. But I think he'll be walking away today. I think he'll be pleased with that. I think he'll be buzzing.
No, 100%. I think, proud of that performance. That is the Kobbie Mainoo we saw all last season, and why he got in the England team and why he was so important. So, shout out to Kobbie Mainoo. Like, excellent game. Yeah. Do you want to shout out who is
Random
it?
guy.
Random guy giving us 5 memberships to Dron's Video Joint, Red Devil Studio. I know that name. Clayton Schultz, Danny B, and Johnny M. Appreciate you, random guy, giving those gifts to people. The people who just joined the membership as well. There's going to be a special video coming out for you at the weekend, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and you'll like it. You'll really like it. So I appreciate you guys who supported the channel for a long, long time and been Real Red Ultras consistently, genuinely, really. And obviously people who give memberships as well, like Random. You're a legend, brother. Yeah. Thank you very much. Get some more thoughts in, though. People want to. Are you happy with that? Are you getting? You don't want to get carried away with yourself. Talk to me about Mainoo. Talk to me about Garnacho. Just on United's next run of games, Sam, which is I think it's interesting. It's a bit of a mixed bag. We've got Palace at home, then we've got Leicester at home, Tottenham away, Everton away, Ipswich at home. Which is the toughest game there?
Probably Everton. Everton
away.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it, how football can change?
But we've got quite a good record at Everton away.
Like Goodison or Garnacho was. I'll tell you that for sure.
Well, Martial did as well. You remember, he used to score all the time at Everton. Yeah. So I think we've got a decent record at Everton away. But under Moyes, I think it's going to be a lot more difficult. He's going to have something to prove as well, isn't it?
It's a narrative.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a tricky game. Spurs is just going to be insane. Like I can't even give you a sort of prediction of what that fuck's going to be. Palace is definitely a tough game, and then Ipswich, I think we should beat them. Famous last words, but we should.
Yeah, it depends who they've got back for that game, Tottenham, because I think Solanke's out for 5 weeks. Van der Ven and Romero was still out. They're missing loads of players.
The goalie's out.
Yeah, so I don't know who they're going to have there. I suppose it's more the imminent thing we should be worried about. Crystal Palace at home, which is on Sunday, right? I'm taking it because we played tonight.
Sunday. Yeah.
I might actually try to go to that game, to be fair. Palace, United, do a I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Some stats on Lisandro Martinez, who had another top performance tonight, Sam. 100% dribbles complete, 100% duels won, 93% pass accuracy, 84 passes completed, 3 clearances, 3 chances created, 3 shots, 1 big chance created as well. He's really peaking at the minute, isn't he?
He's stepped back up, hasn't he? After a bit of a poor start to the season. Again, another player where is he going to end up keeping that left centre back role? Is he going to be the guy where is Yoro going to take his spot? Are we going to have to get somebody else? He stepped up. I think he stepped up. I think was it that speech where Amram said, and then Dallo said it pinched him and it made him feel jazzed up about sort of playing for the club again. Maybe that's.
I've not heard this.
What did he say? It was before the Liverpool game. Can't remember what he said.
What
Amram? Amram said in a press, and he said something about the squad. It was something negative about the squad, basically, they're not showing up and they're not showing me they want it. Something I'll have to look it up. But Dallo was basically annoyed by what he said, but at the same time was motivated to prove him wrong.
Him a bit.
Yeah. He said his words were, obviously it was in Portuguese. He said it pinched him, Like, is it like sort of thing? So maybe that's what's happened to Leacher as well, because he stepped up since then. So I think, I'm glad to see it, because again, one of my favorite players, and it was really sort of like worrying to see him play so poorly and like not be the Leacher that we know. But I think in the recent like run of games that we had, he's been one of our best players, like by far. So happy to see that, and it's so good to see like a defender working so well and being involved in the attack as well, like those balls that he's putting in, the assists and stuff. So really happy.
I think in this system, a lot with Lisandro, my concerns have always been with him off the ball. His speed and the physical side of things. I still think that is a slight concern in the back of my mind. Maybe in a few years' time or what have you. Right now, at the moment, him on the ball, having him in that team is so good, because he is the one who he can really play that precise, powerful pass, like breaking the lines. He's really, really good at that. And it just unlocks teams. And when you can play it into Bruno's and your Cobbies who are picking it up, and then on the half turn, and then there's your second phase of attack, then I think he's really, really good at that. And I'm buzzing he's back, because he's one of those characters as well. Like, the fans adore him, don't they? Because he gets it, he understands it. We absolutely love him on this channel. So buzzing, he's back, absolutely buzzing. 100%. Tottenham for me is worrying always, but they'll win all winnable games for us if we're up for it. Yeah, if you are just joining, there's quite a few of you, so smash that like button if you can, please. Subscribe to the channel and get any thoughts, feelings on the match at all. It's one of those where it's like you can't really talk much about the opposition because they didn't really do much. I mean, they did, but they tried. I expected more, to be honest, Sam, but that's just because I performed in Europe.
No, I expected like a bit of a siege at some point, like to be under the cosh for like 10, 15 minutes, but just never really happened, did it? Like, just never sort of came. It just looked like they were willing to sit in and then hope to try and do something on the counter. I think they had that one opportunity where they hit the woodwork, but apart from that, didn't really offer too much, unfortunately. But have they gone through as well still?
I think so, yeah. Well, to the obviously the qualifiers in it, but let me get the Europa League table up for you, and I'll tell you who finished where. So Lazio finished first on 19 points, along with Athletic Club on 19 points. United finished on 18 points in third, and then Tottenham, Frankfurt, Lyon, Olympiacos, and Rangers. They're the ones who finished in the top 8. The rest, obviously, I'm not going through
in the
20-odd teams, but the rest are in playoffs. And the ones who went out, Braga, Elfsberg, Hoffenheim, Besiktas, Tel Aviv, Braga, Malmo, RFS, Ludogorets, Kiev, Nice, 35th. They finished. 35th.
Wow.
Priorities, Ratcliffe, mate. Priorities.
They're all sat there like going, where's that fucking owner? What's he doing?
We need players, mate. We need fucking players. Nice one, Jim. Cheers, pal. That is a big shock. Nice, Jesus Christ. I mean, they're doing all right in the French league, but anyway, completely forgot Dallo scored. By the way, we've not even spoken about the goals. Thoughts?
No. Good cutback from Kobbie Mainoo across the thing into Dallo.
Yeah.
And like
nice for a
finish.
wing back to be anticipating it as well in it at the back.
Yeah, and nice finish. Like, this is what happens. Like, this is why we've gone on for so long about cutting the ball back across the box or putting a ball across the box, because there's always a player in space, and when they're that far out, if they just put the foot for it and low and hard, it ends up in the back of the net 9 times out of 10, and it's an easy goal. Like, just it's thing, and they finally did it. And like Garnacho did it a bunch as well. So really good like team goal from United, and then second one, similar thing. Ball comes across. Who puts it across for Mainoo?
Garnacho.
It's Garnacho. Yeah, he puts it across for Mainoo. Similar goal. Like gets onto the end of it in lots of space. Side foot in the back of the net. Yeah. Very good team goal. I think that's the sort of stuff that Amrin wants to see. All the team involved, build up play. Ball goes into a dangerous area and somebody's there to finish it. Yeah. Like, perfect. This is literally what they did against City in that comeback in the second half, didn't they? Yeah. Build up play from the wing backs. The ball comes in and Gyökeres or somebody's on the end of it and it goes in the back of the net.
I mean, how many times did we watch a game with Erik ten Hag and Garnacho would get into those positions
and then shoot,
and you'd be screaming like fucking pass the ball. There was one game this season. I wish I had a better memory where he did it about 4 or 5 times, and I was getting really fucking frustrated with him, and that's why I did that video where it's me like pass, and then literally he did it against Liverpool maybe the first time, and I was like, oh my god, finally he's done it. Like football is a simple game. You don't need to complicate it. Square it to a teammate. You know,
it's like it's almost like an ego type thing that I ain't gonna have to win this game for us by scoring an absolute worldie. So he's running in and he's like, I'm gonna bend this round the keeper, it's gonna hit top corner, and then Strickland's gonna go mad. But then it's just a constant miss like every single time. And you're just like, for fuck's sake, Hojlund is right there, 10 yards away in open space. Just put it across, it's a tap in. Like But he's done it. He did it a lot today, so I'm glad. I'm good to see that.
I do think knowing what Garnacho's like, he would have gone onto that pitch today. He would have known all the rumours that's going on about him, going to Chelsea, going to Napoli, and in his head he was like, if I score today, I could do a bit of that or a bit of you know what I mean? And he was a couple of opportunities, but he got into the final third, and he did pass it sometimes, but other times I was like, square it, and he tried to get a shot off, and he's still got that bit in him.
Mix it up. It's fine. Like if sometime you go in and you take a shot, fine. If you sometimes you go and make a pass, that's fine. Mix it up. Keep the defense guessing, because sometimes they're always lining up to take a shot. So you'll draw him in, and then that leaves space thing, and then you could cut it across. And then sometimes they're always going to cut it across, so they'll give you a bit of space, and then you can take your shot. So mix it up and keep the defense guessing. Previous to this, it was just, you know what he's going to do. He's going to come inside. He's going to try and get a shot off.
Yeah.
Every single time. So it's just like Anthony, you knew what his thing was. He's going to cut inside on his left peg, and he's going to try and put a ball in. That was it. So it was easy. So easy. You got to keep the defenses guessing. So I'm glad to see he's like evolving his game at this point still.
Yeah. I think we're starting to learn which players are starting to fit into which roles. Yeah. Whether it's Maz as the right side of the centre half, or whoever, Dalot on the right side, or Ahmad in the 10, Mainoo in the 10. You start to find positions where they're like, okay, this player suits this role. This player needs work in this role. We need to buy a new player and put him in that role. Probably being a left back.
If we can get a younger Eriksen type, a guy who's really technically gifted on the ball, but has legs, I think we could do some really good stuff, because he is the only player sort of capable of doing some of the passes that I saw and some of the technical work. Yeah. But he just dies after 60 minutes, doesn't he? He falls off a cliff. So I think, if we can get somebody like that in, I think that's been really exciting, because I think he's the only sort of technically gifted player that we have in the entire squad.
Yeah. I mean, I have to admit, I'm not liking these kind of tweets there. 3 wins in a row, back-to-back clean sheets, academy graduates involved in the goals, that's fine. Only team to stay unbeaten in Europa League, that's fine as well. We are back.
Yeah. Teams stay unbeaten. Didn't we have like 4 or 5 draws in a row?
Yeah, it's like the Invincibles claim it's the greatest achievement ever. You have like 12 draws, mate. All right,
give it a rest. Give it a rest.
Yeah. Let's just calm down, because United fans have a thing of this, and maybe we've been guilty of it as well, where we've maybe over-egged it a little bit and be like, oh, buzzing, we're gonna win this, we're gonna do this. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen, against Crystal Palace. Yeah,
we've been here before.
Yeah, we're still 12th in the fucking league, so
yes.
Steady on, and we'll see what happens. Look, busy weekend for this channel. Loads of stuff dropping. Keep an eye out for the interview. I know me and Sam have said it a lot, but we're really happy with it, and we really enjoyed it as well, more to the point. And we think our guest did, so hopefully he enjoyed it as well. But yeah, that'll be dropping over the weekend. There'll be something separate from that video for members as well, for you guys who supported us. We'll have the Premier League predictions dropping on Friday night as well. We've got the preview. Yeah, the Crystal Palace preview, which will be tomorrow, I think, or maybe Saturday afternoon, potentially, that we'll drop that. And then you've got the transfer news show on Saturday as well. So,
there might even be... What time do we kick off on Sunday?
I can't even tell you.
Let me have a look.
Honestly, today has just gone like that. It's been so fucking hectic and busy.
Okay, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock on Sunday, so probably not time for a Sunday social, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do Sunday night. I'll try sort something out there, depending on the news and stuff. But it's gonna be busy, so I would implore you all to turn on that notification bell, so you don't miss a thing when it does drop. And hopefully you all enjoy the content. Hopefully you all leave a like on the video for us and subscribe. We're on 11,525 subscribers. And not only that, head over all our socials in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Please do drop us a follow over on there if you don't already do. Loads of new stuff, reels, videos, memes, everything you need in one package.
With it being the end of the transfer window as well, there will be some stuff that just pops off. So if you want to be up to date as much as possible, and basically means I'm not going to get any sleep because I'll see a tweet and go, for fuck's sake, and I'm going to put something out. So yeah, keep an eye out for that because it will be popping off in the next couple of days.
Yes, sir. And look at that. We timed it perfectly, just getting near the 30-minute mark.
Nice.
I'm going to just keep talking slow like this until we hit the 30-minute mark, so it'll look like I've timed it absolutely perfectly. And we've got 10 seconds left.
When you drag it out, you go,
Thank you very much for watching, people. We will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.